Some people have always been terrified of bridges. For gephyrophobia sufferers, crossing a bridge can feel impossible, and they'll often avoid them entirely. For those with acrophobia, certain bridges only amplify that fear. But there are certain bridges where fear is more than just a phobia, it's a perfectly reasonable reaction. In this video, we're going to explore the 15 scariest bridges you don't want to cross. Number 15. Hongyagu Glass Bridge, China. The Hongyagu Glass Bridge in China takes fear to dizzying new heights, literally. Stretching 1,600 feet across a canyon in Hebei province, this bridge is entirely made of glass, offering a transparent view of the 700-foot drop beneath your feet. Walking across it is like stepping into thin air, as each step reveals the sheer depth of the canyon below. But what makes this bridge truly terrifying isn't just the height, it's the special effects. Some sections of the glass are designed to crack underfoot, complete with shattering sound effects, sending an instant jolt of fear through anyone brave enough to cross. Though the cracks are fake, the panic is very real. Built to withstand high winds and the weight of thousands of people, the Hongyagu Glass Bridge is structurally sound. However, the psychological terror of walking across transparent panels that seem to crumble with every step is enough to make even the most daring adventurers reconsider. Would you cross this bridge, knowing every step could feel like the last? Number 14. Kwandinsky Bridge, Russia. The Kwandinsky Bridge in Russia is one of the most frightening crossings you could imagine. Located in the remote region of Siberia, this decaying structure stretches over the Vidym River, and what makes it truly terrifying is that it's not even a proper road bridge, it's an old railway bridge. At just over 1,800 feet long, it's only wide enough for one vehicle at a time, with no railings or guardrails to protect you from a perilous drop into the icy waters below. To make matters worse, the bridge's surface consists of rusting metal beams and wooden planks, many of which are broken or missing. The lack of safety features, combined with the slippery, weather-worn surface, especially during Siberia's brutal winters, makes this crossing a test of nerves and driving skill. Even though locals occasionally brave the Kwandinsky Bridge, it's not officially in use anymore, and it's definitely not for the faint-hearted. One wrong move on this rickety death trap, and you'll find yourself plunging into the freezing abyss below. Would you dare risk it? Number 13. Ashima Ohashi Bridge, Japan. Located in Japan, the Ashima Ohashi Bridge is a remarkable feat of engineering that might just send chills down your spine. Spanning across Lake Nakaumi, this bridge connects the cities of Matsu and Sakaimanado and is often referred to as a roller coaster bridge. Why? Well, the bridge has an incredibly steep incline with a 6.1% gradient on one side and a 5.1% gradient on the other, making it look like an almost vertical wall from a distance. While it might not be the longest or the tallest, the Ashima Ohashi Bridge's terrifying incline gives drivers the sensation that they're about to plummet straight down. Imagine facing a massive hill that seems to drop off into nothingness. Definitely not for the faint of heart. Though it's perfectly safe and designed to allow large ships to pass underneath, the bridge's optical illusion and dizzying height are enough to make anyone think twice before taking the plunge across. Would you dare to drive over it? Number 12. Quechua-Chaca, Peru. The Quechua-Chaca Bridge in Peru is a bridge like no other, woven entirely from grass. Spanning 118 feet across the Apurimac River, this ancient Inca bridge has been maintained for centuries using traditional hand braiding techniques passed down through generations. But don't let its cultural significance fool you. Crossing Quechua-Chaca is a stressful experience. The bridge is made from koya ichu, a type of local grass, and its fibers are constantly being replaced as they wear down over time. Walking across means stepping onto a narrow, swaying, hand-woven path with no modern safety features in sight. Below, the raging Apurimac River serves as a chilling reminder that one wrong move could send you plummeting into the current. The bridge's movement is intense, especially as it swings in the wind or with every step you take. Locals may cross it with ease, but for anyone unfamiliar with such precarious structures, Quechua-Chaca is a true test of nerves. Would you dare to walk across this living relic of Inca engineering, knowing that a few strands of grass are all that stand between you and a deadly fall? Number 11. Canopy at Kakum National Park, Ghana. The canopy walkway at Kakum National Park in Ghana may seem like a peaceful way to explore the treetops of a rainforest, but don't be fooled, this bridge is not for the faint-hearted. Suspended around 100 feet above the forest floor, the walkway is a series of 7 interconnected bridges stretching over 1,150 feet through the lush canopy. But here's the catch. The narrow, swaying bridge is made of ropes and wooden planks, with just enough space between them to remind you how high you really are. With every step, the walkway creaks and shifts beneath your feet, heightening the sense of danger as you look down at the dense jungle below. And in this remote area, you won't find any fancy safety nets or railings to ease your mind, just a thin rope barrier to cling to. Though it's a beautiful way to experience nature, one wrong step could leave you feeling like you're teetering on the edge of a drop into the wild unknown. Crossing the canopy walkway might just push your fear of heights to the limit. Would you brave the walk? Number 10. Sidu River Bridge, China. The Sidu River Bridge in China is not just an engineering marvel. It's a nightmare for anyone afraid of heights. Spanning the deep Sidu River Gorge in Hubei province, this suspension bridge is one of the highest in the world, with its deck towering a staggering 1,627 feet above the river below. Crossing it feels like driving through the sky as the bridge stretches across the massive gorge with little visible support beneath you. What makes the Sidu River Bridge especially terrifying is the combination of its height and the narrow road. The thin cables that hold it up seem impossibly fragile compared to the vast drop below, giving an unsettling sense of exposure. When strong winds whip through the gorge, the bridge sways ever so slightly, adding to the vertigo-inducing experience. Despite being a critical connection for travelers, the dizzying height and swaying motion make crossing this bridge a nerve-wracking ordeal. For those brave enough to take on the challenge, it offers breathtaking views, but also heart-pounding fear. Would you dare to drive across one of the highest bridges on the planet? Number 9. Bac Long Glass Bridge, Vietnam. The Bac Long Glass Bridge in Vietnam takes the concept of walking on air to a terrifying new level. Stretching 2,073 feet across a deep gorge in the Moc Chau district, this is the longest glass-bottomed bridge in the world, and it offers an exhilarating yet terrifying experience. The name Bac Long translates to White Dragon, fitting for a bridge that seems to float through the clouds. What makes this bridge particularly nerve-wracking is its transparent glass floor, suspended 492 feet above the valley below. Every step reveals the dizzying drop beneath your feet, making it feel like you're walking on thin air. The sturdy glass panels are designed to be strong enough to hold up to 500 people at a time, but that doesn't make it any less terrifying when you see the ground so far below. Though it's a structural feat and offers stunning panoramic views of the surrounding landscape, crossing the Bac Long Bridge can be a heart-stopping experience. The sensation of floating above the vast gorge is enough to make even the bravest visitors question their decision to step onto this see-through walkway. Would you dare to take the plunge into the sky? Number 8. Rui Bridge, China. The Rui Bridge in China looks like something straight out of a fantasy, but walking across it is a different story. Located in the Shengxianju scenic area in Zhejiang province, this glass-bottomed bridge combines awe-inspiring views with heart-pounding fear. Spanning more than 300 feet above a deep gorge, the Rui Bridge is famous for its unique, twisting design, resembling a giant ribbon floating in the sky. What makes this bridge truly terrifying is its dizzying height and glass walkways, offering a clear view of the vast drop below. As you step onto the transparent panels, it feels like you're walking on air with nothing between you and the sheer cliffs. To make things even scarier, the bridge's swaying structure adds an extra layer of fear as it moves with the wind, amplifying the sensation of instability. While it's an engineering marvel and designed for safety, the combination of the glass floor and the stomach-churning height makes the Rui Bridge a terrifying challenge for anyone with a fear of heights. Would you dare to step into the sky and cross this surreal, nerve-wracking bridge? Number 7. Mackinac Bridge. The Mackinac Bridge in Michigan, USA, is a marvel of modern engineering and a nightmare for anyone afraid of heights or open water. Spanning 5 miles, it's one of the longest suspension bridges in the world, connecting Michigan's upper and lower peninsulas over the treacherous waters of the Straits of Mackinac. While it may look sturdy from a distance, crossing this bridge can be a terrifying experience. What makes the Mackinac Bridge so frightening is its height and exposure to extreme weather conditions. The bridge soars 200 feet above the water at its highest point, and the winds over the straits can reach speeds of up to 30 miles per hour, causing the bridge to sway and vibrate. On particularly stormy days, drivers have reported feeling as if they're about to be blown off the edge into the icy waters below. In fact, the bridge is so intimidating that there's a special service where officials will drive across for you if you're too scared. Would you trust your nerves or hand over the keys to someone else when faced with this dizzying, winds-whipped monster of a bridge? Number 6. Living Root Bridges, India. The living root bridges of India are both a wonder of nature and a test of nerves. Found in the remote rainforests of Meghalaya, these bridges are crafted from the aerial roots of rubber trees, guided by the local Khasi tribe over decades to span rivers and gorges. Unlike traditional bridges, the living root bridges are alive, growing stronger over time as their roots intertwine into a complex, living structure. Some of these bridges are over 100 feet long and have been in use for centuries. What makes these bridges terrifying is their appearance and the journey across. They may look like something out of a fantasy, but stepping onto one can feel like you're walking into the unknown. The roots are often wet and slippery due to the region's heavy rainfall, making every step feel precarious. As the bridge sways beneath you, the sound of rushing water below adds to the tension. Despite their natural beauty, the living root bridges are a true test of balance and bravery. While they're considered safe and durable, the idea of trusting your weight to a network of tangled living roots is enough to make your heart race. Would you dare cross a bridge that's still growing, knowing nature itself is holding you up? Number 5. Pingtang Bridge, China. The Pingtang Bridge in China is a stunning yet spine-chilling masterpiece of engineering. Located in the mountainous Guizhou province, this colossal structure ranks among the world's highest bridges, with its deck soaring 1,089 feet above the Kaodu River. Spanning nearly 1.24 miles, the Pingtang Bridge connects remote regions but comes with a terrifying twist: its breathtaking height. For anyone with a fear of heights, crossing this bridge feels like driving on a thread suspended in the clouds. The view below is a dizzying drop, and even though the bridge is incredibly stable, the sheer altitude can cause vertigo. On windy days, the sensation of swaying at such a height only amplifies the fear factor, making drivers feel as though they're floating dangerously close to the edge. Though an architectural marvel designed for safety, the Pingtang Bridge's dramatic elevation and panoramic views of deep gorges make it one of the most daunting roadways in the world. Would you dare to cross this sky-high giant, knowing the valley floor is more than 1,000 feet below? Number 4. Royal Gorge Bridge, USA. The Royal Gorge Bridge in Colorado, USA, is not for the faint-hearted. Hanging 956 feet above the Arkansas River, it holds the title of one of the highest suspension bridges in the world. Spanning over a quarter of a mile, this bridge offers breathtaking views of the rugged Royal Gorge Canyon, but crossing it is a heart-pounding experience. What makes the Royal Gorge Bridge terrifying isn't just the extreme height. It's the sensation of walking or driving on a structure that feels incredibly exposed to the elements. The wooden planks beneath your feet creak and sway with each step, and when the wind whips through the canyon, the bridge noticeably moves. The dizzying drop below adds to the fear, especially when you peer through the gaps between the planks at the rushing river hundreds of feet below. Though the bridge is safe and has been standing strong since 1929, the thought of being suspended so high above the gorge is enough to make even the bravest adventurers question their courage. Would you cross this iconic but nerve-wracking bridge, knowing every step brings you closer to the edge of a vast, echoing abyss? Number 3. Langkawi Sky Bridge, Malaysia. The Langkawi Sky Bridge in Malaysia is both breathtaking and terrifying, offering a thrill like no other. Suspended 2,170 feet above sea level, this curved 410-foot-long pedestrian bridge is perched high above the lush, Gunung Mat Singkang mountain range. But it's not just the height that makes this bridge daunting. It's the feeling of being suspended in mid-air, with little more than steel cables holding you up. What makes the Langkawi Sky Bridge particularly nerve-wracking is its location. Surrounded by misty clouds and winds that often buffet the structure, the bridge seems to sway as you walk, amplifying the sensation of instability. With its glass-bottomed sections, the bridge offers spine-tingling views of the tropical forest and deep valleys below, making each step feel like you're walking on air. Although it's perfectly safe, the combination of the bridge's height, swaying motion, and exposed location creates a thrilling, if not terrifying, experience. For those who dare to cross, the stunning panoramic views may be worth the heart-pounding journey. Would you venture across this high-altitude marvel? Number 2. Hussaini Hanging Bridge, Pakistan. The Hussaini Hanging Bridge in Pakistan is often considered one of the most dangerous bridges in the world, and for good reason. Situated in the remote Hunza Valley, this suspension bridge crosses the turbulent waters of Lake Boret, but it's far from stable. The bridge is made of little more than old wooden planks and frayed cables, many of which are broken or missing entirely. Crossing the Hussaini Bridge is a test of nerves and balance. With wide gaps between the planks and the constant swaying in the wind, every step feels precarious. Below, the fast-moving waters of the lake offer a chilling reminder of what could happen if you lose your footing. To make things even scarier, the remains of a previous collapsed bridge dangle nearby, a haunting reminder of the structure's fragility. Despite its terrifying appearance, the locals regularly use the bridge to navigate the region. But for visitors, crossing it is a heart-stopping challenge. Would you dare risk walking across this shaky, wind-battered relic, knowing one misstep could send you plunging into the icy waters below? Number 1. Yangbeishan Bridge, China. The Yangbeishan Bridge in China is a towering marvel that seems to defy gravity, but it's also a terrifying journey for anyone afraid of heights. Perched at a dizzying 1,854 feet above the ground, this suspension bridge is among the tallest in the world. Stretching across a deep gorge in Guizhou province, the bridge connects remote mountainous areas, but crossing it is far from a peaceful ride. What makes the Yangbeishan Bridge so frightening is its immense height. The sheer drop below creates a gut-wrenching sensation as you drive or walk across, with nothing but a narrow span of roadway between you and the abyss. Even though the bridge is built with state-of-the-art engineering, the view of the sprawling gorge below makes it feel like you're suspended in the sky. When strong winds whip through the mountains, the bridge can sway slightly, amplifying the already scary experience. Though it's a critical connection for the region, crossing the Yangbeishan Bridge is an adrenaline-pumping test of courage. Would you be able to handle the vertigo-inducing height of this sky-high structure? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, share, and leave a comment. Which of these bridges terrified you the most?